Hey guys, so another week, another devlog. It's been a bit of, well, what feels like a slow week, but I know that I'm actually doing some important things. This week I've been working more on that project, HakeCE. I've been doing some more experimenting with the tools that I'm using to make it. I had done an update to HakeCE, and in doing so I had to upgrade to the latest version of OpenFL, but that broke some other things, and I decided to try out another HTML5 game engine called Phaser. Now, this time around, things went a little more smoothly, but there were some problems with keyboard and mouse input. I've got most of those worked out, I think, though there's a couple of things I still need to look into. So yeah, now HakeCE is using Hakes and Phaser as opposed to Hakes and OpenFL, but it does seem to be working. Now, the reason that I say this is an important thing is because if I'm going to be making HTML5 games, like what I've talked about with my game Rotate, I need to have a reliable set of tools and resources to be able to actually use to make my games. And in making HakeCE, it actually gives me a really good opportunity to try out these tools. It gives me a certain set of features that I try to implement in each test, and it also gives me a user base so I can basically send out a test and get immediate feedback, and that's a really good thing to have. So I think HakeCE has been actually the perfect thing to test this stuff on. So yeah, before I can even really go any farther with Rotate, I do need to get all this stuff worked out. So I'm going to be continuing to try to get this all functional and working, and this week I would like to start to put some time in on Rotate. So if I can get this stuff figured out, and if Phaser does turn out to be a better option than anything else I've tried so far, or maybe there's some other tool that's even better, I don't know. But I will find out this week and hopefully be able to get some time in on actually making Rotate. Now, when it comes to Rotate, obviously the time schedule has kind of shifted. There's no way it can be mostly done in like a week, since I haven't made any progress in the past couple weeks. But as I just said, I'm working on HakeCE and all that, figuring out these HTML5 game engines. It's actually pretty important. So as far as my new idea for the timeline, I would like to have the game released probably early September. The game itself done probably by end of August, so I've basically got just over a month, or depending on how long these tests with HakeCE and the game engines take, then basically a month to make Rotate. Now, I am kind of at a point where I'm debating some of the ideas that I've had, kind of questioning and just exploring different options with the design for Rotate, but overall the core concepts are definitely going to stay the same. So hopefully within like a week or two I'll actually have some like images and footage to show you of the game itself. So yeah, this next week is going to be me trying to get these engines figured out, just really find out what's the best approach for making these games. So I mean, as I said, like, if I'm making HTML5 games, especially for a living, I need to have a reliable tool set, and I need to be able to actually make things that work on basically anyone's system. So that's the goal here. So if I can get this stuff figured out this week, then I can start to really put more time in on Rotate and get that game done, get this stuff moving. So yeah, that's the idea. Anyway, yeah, I know today this is a bit shorter video, but I don't really have a whole lot to go into. I mean, I could go into like the specifics of what I've played with in the engines, but I don't think it's all that important compared to everything else. So, but yeah, if you're interested in seeing more, following my journey as I go through making games and starting to make a living off of it, be sure to leave a like, maybe a comment if you have any questions or just things you want to say. And definitely subscribe for more videos in the coming weeks. So yeah, I'll see you around. Goodbye.